Welcome to my Venom guide in Marvel Rivals. The video will be split into 3 sections, one being the basics of his abilities, second will be his advanced tips for his abilities and his kit, and then third will be gameplay clips. This covers more in-game situations and strategy, and stuff I don't mention in the tips. My name is Big Bodstar, and let's get straight into it. Basics with Venom. So his basic attack, he sends out 4 tentacles that deal damage. This has a range of about 15 meters. And can also headshot. Venom's first ability is Cellular Corrosion. This ability latches onto nearby enemies. While they are attached, they get a slow, and after a few seconds, they take extra damage. Next ability is Venom Swing, which is a pretty simple Spider-Man-like swing. While we're here, we might as well show Venom's passive, which he can crawl up walls, and also sprint. And that leads into his next ability, Frenzied Arrival, which is a massive impact which launches enemies up into the air. This can only be done from higher ground. His last basic ability, Symbiotic Resilience, which is just a shield for Venom. But this shield actually works better when Venom is at low health. And then you have his ultimate ability, Feast of the Abyss, where he dives underground and then jumps up and devours enemies, dealing half of their current health as well as some extra damage, and then also granting Venom a shield. Now onto more of the advanced stuff for Venom. Like I said in the basics, you really do want to land your headshots on Venom as it does so much damage compared to body shots. So yes, really effective if you get onto the backline supports. There really isn't much to go on Venom's basic attacks as he has unlimited ammo of this, so you pretty much just want to just keep firing as much as you can. Now for Venom's swing, you want to go into your settings and probably do this for all your swinging characters. You want to go to keyboard here. You press on Venom, so then it comes up with Venom's settings. Now if you are on mouse and keyboard, I do recommend turning easy swing off, because that gives you more mobility options. If you are using a controller and have high sensitivity, you can turn easy swing off. Probably leave easy swing on if you are on controller with low sensitivity. The benefit of having easy swing off, you can actually grab the ground and pull yourself. This is helpful with doorways and other situations where there's nothing really to grapple to or swing off of. You can just target the ground and it will shift you into the fight. Now, if this is the first time without using easy swing, you want to be aiming for the arc in the swing. So for example, if I just aim straight, you'll just go straight. You won't really go that far, but you can determine which way the swing actually goes. So if we pan out to the right and swing around, and we can do the same if we aim to the left of our swing and come out. So you have way more flexibility in the direction that you want to go. And from his swing, this normally leads into your dive. And once you come out of the swing, you do have a lot of time before you pick your target and where you want to go. Like I also said in the beginning, but just into further detail, the key way I use Venom's shield is with the sound of being on low health as my indicator. So once you hear that sound, that's really the time that you want to be activating your shield, because at about 200 health, then you can really be insta-killed at that health bracket and then continue fighting. Now this shield does not last very long, so you want to be able to fight a little bit, but when that shield is running out, you really want to have your swing back up and escape at that point. With Venom's passive, it's really just for traversing the map a little bit easier, but you have your swing to be able to do this. I mainly use Venom's passive to hold onto walls to wait for the enemy, because then you can still dive bomb them from up here, and you don't have to be mid-swing or jumping off a balcony. You can just chill out on a wall and then dive down when enemies come out of doorways and such. With Venom's ultimate, there's not really much to go off. It's pretty simple ability. You just want to hit as many targets as you can. Venom is a pretty simple one-dimensional hero in the game where he doesn't really have many different combos that he can pull off. He really just has the one combo, and I'll show that to you now. As Venom, you just want to get in and cause disruption to the enemy team. So start off by jumping up by swinging, going into your dive bomb, activating your grab, start throwing in your melee attacks, and that's pretty much it. Swing into your dive bomb, knocking him up, and immediately activating your slow, which they're in midair, so they can't really escape that ability from going off, and then just aiming for headshots. Now you'll be in the fight for a bit and you'll have your web swing on cooldown for 8 seconds. So this is your window of survivability. When you go down to low health, that's when you want to pop your shield, and when that's about to run out, your swing should be back up and you want to escape the area and get back to your healers. Now if you have your ultimate available, pretty much the same thing. So swing in, dive, use your slow, go into your ultimate, and by the time you come out of your ult, the slow will reactivate and that will deal the most amount of damage. After this, start weaving in your auto attacks and just be ready to pop your shield once you go down to low HP. Using your ultimate early in the fight is probably the best, seeing that it does half the enemy current health. So you really want to use this at the start of the fight to try and reduce as much health of the enemies that you can. Now the shield that you get from your ultimate is based off the damage that you deal with your ultimate, so the more damage you deal, the bigger the shield. So that means you will be able to survive in fights for long periods of time as Venom, and that's all you want to be doing, is really disrupting the enemies and then getting on low health and getting out of the fight as safely as you can. Now, Venom's team up, he doesn't really get anything, but it gives the symbiote power to Penny as well as Peter to be able to use this big AoE explosion that deals damage to enemies and pushes them back. Now, if you are a Spider-Man player, this really comes into play in your combo by throwing it in, getting a headshot, uppercut, and then you can explode. And that's pretty much the Spider-Man combo. So if you do have a good Spider-Man on your team, picking Venom is really helpful. Honestly, that's pretty much all I can really tell you about Venom in the training area. I think we just have to go to the gameplay clips to try and explain. And if you have any other tips that I've missed out on here, please let me know in the comments for myself and everyone else watching this video to learn more about Venom. But that pretty much covers all of his stuff. Now in this first clip, we are just contesting the point against this Thor. I can't really burst him down, so I'm just saving my abilities to get onto the backline. So we swing up, dive, unfortunately miss the dive, but then do get onto the backline of the enemy team. As soon as I hear that noise of me being on low health, popping my shield, and just going for the auto attacks. Another clip, swinging. Once again, missing the dive bomb. Not really the best clips, for example, but taking out Namor's little buddies, getting the headshot on Namor, and now just trying to burst down Groot. Going for the swing up and dive bombing the back. Picking up the double kill. Next one, just same again, trying to contest the point. Just throwing out a lot of auto attacks, trying to protect my backline. Now, if you are not in such a dangerous situation and you do have your healers up, using your swing to get up higher and using your dive just for the extra damage, it will work here. I'm really just chilling, but yeah, try and use your diving capabilities as much as you can. But you do want to save your swing if you are going into a dicey situation to have it as your escape. So here, just going straight in under the back line, using my slow as soon as I get out of the dive, and just laying into him with auto attacks. I do get my ulti ready, and go down to low health, pop that shield again, and I think this is probably a good time to pop my ulti, but Luna does have her ult going, so I think I just wait for that to run out. Going down to low health again, I do not have my shield, but now I go back in knowing that I do have my ultimate, and I had my shield ready to go again. So dropping down really low, I decided to pop my ult. Now, I really should have used that earlier. I think it's because I didn't realize that the ultimate does half their current HP. I thought it was more just a flat damage. So that's something I've learned actually making this video, to be honest. Rewatching this, I would have used my ultimate a lot earlier. Now I'm just trying to body block, take as much damage as I can because I am a tanky boy. Focusing the healers and then the tanks, or the rest of the enemies. Panther, I don't know what he's trying to pull off here. and we pick up the round win. Next, diving in onto the Groot, getting the slow once again straight away, and trying to get the headshots. Groot is probably one of the easiest ones to headshot as Venom. Now, I was holding my shield for that little bit longer, so you can try and bait the enemy that little bit more, but you have to be pretty confident in their damage dish out. Going onto their backline, Moon Knight can't do jack shit against me. I'm pretty low health, so now's a good time to pop the ultimate, just to get that big shield back as my E was on cooldown, and then just picking off everyone. In this next one, I'm just chilling on the cart because someone has to. Penny comes charging in, so I just use my slow to try and slow it down a little bit and just getting off the auto attacks. I hear legendary going off, so I try and get in to try and take some of the fire from my teammates. And then just trying to auto attack anything that I can really. Not pushing too deep because I knew a few of my teammates died. As soon as we recuperate and come back together, diving in, getting a huge 4 or 3-man knock up. Probably should have ulted here once again, but look, we didn't even need it. I think just from that dive and the slow was just good enough. The enemy team are sticking together like that in a big group, then Venom is a really good pick. Once again, swinging up and diving straight onto the back line. Hearing that sound pop off of me going on low health, popping the shield, and then jumping out. So this is pretty much your classic dive in, dive out type of style.
Good down.
And then once we got our cooldowns back off cooldown, we dive back in. He's him! He's him! Solo him back. And then once he's dead, we do the same thing. Dive in. Dickhead. And just everyone seems to be pretty much dead, so. Okay. One of the best perks of being Venom, you have the ability to bang the drum.
Bang that drum.
But yeah, that's pretty much Venom. He's very simple, just the one real combo essentially. Yeah, really easy to pick up as a Vanguard. Now, if I did miss anything, please leave us a comment in the comment section below to help myself and others if there is something I missed. If you enjoyed this guide, please give it a like and subscribe for future Marvel Rivals guides. My name is Big Botzer. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.